I make $1 million. That's right, $1 million. We have changed the theme and the name of the stream from Vibe Coding an App until I make my first dollar to Vibe Coding an App until I make $1 million. And the reason that we did that is because I have great conviction that this is going to be significantly successful. So if you're watching we've been working on it for 5 days. GoalPost is an AI productivity app. So if you check this out, users have posted other goals and you're able to track users' goals. You're able to interact with other users' goals, support friends, save goals that other users or friends are working on. You're able to find your friends on the app, follow them, check out their profile, check out their public goals, message them, see who's following them, follow them. You're able to keep streaks, keep each other accountable. The app is turning out great so far. And today is going to be a big day because we're testing out a lot of things. Another thing to do is to check the description and join our Discord if you haven't already. I'm about to drop some links. But yeah, we're going to be streaming until about 10 o'clock tonight, so stay tuned. And join our Discord if you... What's up, Jason? Am I on a Mac Mini? Not on a Mac Mini. I'm on a Studio. Jason, I am making it out of the hood, but I'm only making it out of the hood if I get some support from the community. I need people to get behind this. Check the description, join the Discord. We have to build the community in order to make $1 million. Share this with friends. We're gonna make $1 million. $1 million bucks, I'm telling you. Okay. All right, check this out. This is what we got to update. Got to change it to science and technology, then add some tags. gotta know all the YouTube. Okay, I think that's good. Thanks, Jason. If you're new, welcome to the stream. Jula, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back. How are you doing? Throw a like on the stream. We need it. We need to blow up. I can only do it with you, with your support. We have made a ton of progress. We're gonna have to upload this to the App Store soon. You're doing good, Jula? You said alright here? How are you? I'm doing good. Yeah, I've been doing good. I've been making a lot of progress on the app, and really I'm just feeling good about the direction that things are headed, so. Take the hoodie off, it's getting a little bit hot under there. That's better. All right. Let's get it. Was that working off cam? Jula, I worked on off cam on different things. So while I'm doing a stream, I'll be a little bit more like feature focused. And then right now, when I'm not streaming, then I'm thinking about building other portions. Like for example, if I need to do something that entails a lot of environment keys or some sensitive information, I'll do all that work off stream so that once I'm on stream, I can kind of share things a little bit more. Joe, what's up, man? Welcome back. Happy to see you. We're going to be streaming for the next few hours. We're going to make a ton of progress. So if you're just tuning in, like the stream. I'm trying to get like 30. I could see us hitting 1,000 subscribers tonight because I'm going to be streaming for a couple hours. So if you have any friends or anything that are into this as well, send them the link. Tell them to like, subscribe. Make fun of me. I don't care. I'm just trying to grow. Let's go. We're going through it for 1,000 subscribers tonight. That's the goal, 1,000 subs. No pun intended, that is the goal. I'm gonna make the goal right now. All right, we're putting the goal in there. Get 1,000 subscribers, public. Nah, we're committing at least 50 hours a week to this. Target date, I feel like realistically we can probably hit 1,000 subscribers by the 10th. All right, it's a goal. Get 1,000 subs. Let's run the test suite again, see what's up. Ha! Your friends only speak Portuguese? Look at this. All tests are passing. Perfect. I keep putting in weird commands. I'm thinking about the database. All right. Okay, we need to make a couple changes to the database. So what I'm looking at here is that in our database for the goals table, we have a description column, and then something else that I'm looking for is like a category, and a category does not exist. So when you look over here, see how it's saying personal or education? So we need to figure out where that's even stemming from. Like education, where does that come from, right? So it looks like it's coming from here. So yeah, I mean, it's just like randomly assigning one of these categories. And I think what we need instead is we need to think through, hey, what does a category actually look like in the database, as well as what do we need to do for allowing users to write descriptions? Because right now there's a description column, but that description column is not provided or offered when they're actually filling out the goal. So we need to figure that out. Thanks, Joao. Means a lot. All right, so let's go over to the database here, and let's make a couple changes now. Let's please add a new category column that is an enum. Please update the enums file as well with the new enum and import it in to the goal entity. Also, I would like, actually, I think that's all we need to do because the description column is already there. You can see here, we already have the description. So let's toss enums over here. It's already in. Please provide some standard options. Jula, you just asked, are you on Pro Plus plan? What do you mean? Are you talking about Pro Plus plan for the app itself? Like, is this like for GoalPost? Am I using the Pro Plus plan on GoalPost? Is that your question? Oh, for Cursor? Yeah, Cursor, I'm on the Pro plan. I'm trying to get back up to 30 watchers tonight. That's the goal. 30 watchers. We're gonna have this stream booming. I'm the type of person, I don't give up easy, is all I gotta tell you. So, we just started 5 days ago. Okay, now we gotta run the database migrations. What's the giveaway? The giveaway, it's gonna be a $50 giveaway. You can read the description for that as well. All right. Should be good. Hey, how's it going, Linux? Linux says that he's just setting in to chill on this on your end. He hopes that everyone is doing okay. Appreciate that, Linux. Yeah, Linux is he's a mod and he's working on some pretty cool stuff. In our Discord, I'll show you some of the stuff while this is going. Yeah, so we have this Discord. Looks like somebody just joined. I am Cupcake just joined. But yeah, Linux is working on some pretty cool stuff in our Discord. He shared this, yeah. So that's Revolt that you were showing me, and then another really cool thing that he actually programmed. I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, this right here. Yeah, Linux. The UI on this looks great. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Crimson Mail, really solid UI work here. Yeah, I like the UI here. Yeah, great work. Awesome. All right, so here's our description. Okay, so let's just take a brief look at what we just built. So let's say the goal is make $1 million. Okay, so then here, you'll be able to select the privacy type of the goal, and then select a category. I don't know how I feel about this category slider. Any ideas on thoughts on the UI for this? Should it? You can see here, it's like a, you can either we can make it, a drop down where users click on it and it's just your standardized drop down component for a multi-select, or we can make it like this where it's kind of like a horizontal scroll. Curious as to what everyone's thoughts are on that part of the UI, or if there are any other ideas. So I'd select finance, 40-hour-a-week commitment. This may fail. Okay, so that we just hit the paywall, which is good that we got the paywall because we've reached our limit of goals. So you have to delete one of these. Let's delete this one. I wonder if we archive a goal, if we click this. Oh, wow. Okay, the Linux, he says, the slider is kind of weird. A drop-down is a bit less flashy, but more functional in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Let's do it. Let's do a drop-down instead of a slider. I was thinking the same thing. Okay, but before we do that, let's update the category display on the feed goal card. Wait, how does the feed goal card look? Let's check. It doesn't look that good. See this other here? Okay, we'll try this. So we have to update what page is it? It's the post details screen as well. Post details, and then the feed goal card. Yeah. So we'll improve this badge, and then let's go over to the create again. And something that I wanted to do though while I was here is we have to make it so that if the user is on a goal screen that's actually theirs, that they're able to actually edit and have some controls on the post detail screen. Right now it's just generic, so sorry for the light color here, but we're gonna open just PG admin real quick and take a look at the users table. I'm gonna upgrade myself to premium. Oh yeah, it's in Subscriptions, where is it? No. Okay. Okay. And so now we should be able to build. The pill does not look good. Hold on, let's clear it. Refresh and see. If you just joined in the stream, give the stream a like if you haven't already. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, and we're also trying to get to like 30 watchers simultaneously tonight. So if you want to hang around, I'm gonna be streaming until it gets popping. It's gonna be popping in here. I was doing some research because I'm new to streaming, and apparently the best hours to stream are like 8 to 9. So we still have about an hour until it's really gonna be popping, and that goes hand in hand with what I experienced the other day. So. Hold up, where'd the music go? There we go. Okay, we just changed up the styling of the categories here. I'm gonna say remove the emoji from the styling. Joe Out just asked, any reason to not use Claude 4? Yeah, there actually is. So that's a great question. So pretty much the reason that I'm not using Claude 4 for these past couple requests that I made is because some requests don't actually need that much context in terms of like the thinking process. So Claude 4 is obviously much better at handling large context and thinking deeply about complicated issues. But, you know, the things that I am just doing now, it's like changing the color on this pill, right? So it's like, you know, that doesn't require a lot of thinking. It really just, I want it to be fast and I want it to be very simple when it starts up. So I just am using Claude 3.5 Sonnet because, first of all, it's actually really good. Claude 3.5 Sonnet is, I mean, even when before we had Claude 4 Sonnet and Claude 4 Opus, Claude 3.5 Sonnet was definitely a breakthrough model because of its speed and its intelligence, and it's still a good model in my opinion. It's kind of like GPT 4.0, a little bit better in my opinion actually. But yeah, so let's take a look at this pill. Remove the icons associated with the categories on the feed goal card, and the post details screen. Please review and update. we just want to take off the basically like this little, I don't really like the emojis or icons, so that's going to fix that. And again, Joe, this is like one of the main differences is that it's such a simple request that it's able to easily go in and update it much quicker than Claude 4 Sonnet. And sometimes I've noticed that if you ask one of the more complicated models that has deeper thinking abilities, sometimes it'll actually confuse a very simple request, almost like it's too simple for a model that is that smart, if that makes sense. So it's better sometimes just to use a much smaller, faster model that doesn't have all the thinking. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, the Linux thing, back to what we were working on before we made that little UI change. So here we are, the goal creation process. That's what we were looking at. So our goal was to make $1 million, which we are going to do. We're going to make $1 million. And the details of that goal are, I am going to stream every day until I make $1 million. And that's the description. So public goal. So right here is what Linux we were talking about. So here's that. I wonder, so, switch this to the drop down for sure. I'm just trying to think through, should we make it, let's just please update the category to be an on theme drop down selector instead of the slider. Let's just see how it looks, and then if there's, if it doesn't look good and we want to make some changes, we can obviously do that. But let's just drop that in. Joao said that he's been using Claude 4 Sonnet for everything. You're now going to take that into consideration? Yeah, I definitely would take using some of the smaller models like 3.5 Sonnet into consideration. Once again, like, I'm just using it right now because it's going to be much faster. We're going to be able to build features a lot faster. And right now, a lot of the features that we're going to be building on this stream are going to be much simpler than some of the features that we were building in other streams. Like when I build a feature that spans the database and spans the API and spans the UI, then I put a lot of thought into, okay, let's use that default doesn't look good. Constantine just asked what's my background programming. Yep. So if you're new here, I know there's a couple people in here that have already heard the background, but I'll just repeat it for anybody new that's watching. So I come from a background in business. I went to Purdue University, and I dropped out of Purdue University because I taught myself how to program. And I had been programming for several years, but I dropped out of college and went and co-founded a startup. And the startup was an online mental health platform similar to BetterHelp or Talkspace, if you've ever seen the ads for those. Very big industry, very competitive industry. And I had to code 2 million lines of code in 6 months to be able to build that application. And now I've moved on, and I've moved on to hopefully what's going to become my next big thing. And this is what I think my next big thing is building apps and deploying them. And if you're new here and you're watching, like and subscribe to the channel. We're close to 1,000 subscribers. We're doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, and I'm really trying to get to 30 watchers tonight. So if you're watching now, stay on the stream because I really want to get up to like 30 watchers. I think we can do it in like the next 30 minutes or something. Right now we're at 12. So like the stream, stay active in the chat, and subscribe to the channel because I really am trying to grow the channel. Okay. So something we're going to do, we dropped in the screenshot because this select category UI just does not look good. So we need to customize that a little bit. And Zhao, I'm actually going to switch it now. This is when I'm going to use Claude 4 Sonnet because its styling is a little bit better. Please update and customize the styling for this to not make it an alert, but instead an on-theme modal. Also, please make the category section smaller and more compact, as well as the options for private public. They do not need to be this big. Okay. Let's fix that. Okay, the Linux, he said that you're sharing the stream around at the moment. Thanks a lot. But talking models we use, he says that he's a bit weird. On my local PC, he uses Qwen 0.6 and ULM 1.5B fully locally on a Boss Game mini PC. Dang, dude, you are like a true Linux guy. You are a true. That's when you know you're talking to a real programmer when they're running the language models locally. That's awesome. Joao says that he should have taken that into consideration before. Just hit cursor usage limit. Yeah, that'll happen with some of the higher level of thinking models for sure. All right, wow, we're up to 7 likes and 918 subscribers. Nice. If you're new to the stream, you haven't liked and subscribed, do so yet. We're blowing up. We're blowing up. We're gonna get 30 watchers on the stream tonight. We're streaming until we might even hit 1,000 subscribers tonight based on how well the stream does. We'll see. I'm very excited though. Constantine, he said that he subscribed. He says, he says that he did CS and he recently started getting into full stack and streaming my journey. He has a quick question. Do you think you are actually learning something using vibe code like this? Well, Constantine, I actually have an interesting perspective on that point. So I'm glad that you brought it up, and I'm sure that everybody will have some interesting thoughts on this as well. But my perspective is that, I call it vibe coding in the title, and everybody refers to it as vibe coding because vibe coding is essentially the code word for basically leaning on AI to be able to build all the functionality pretty much all the functionality, I would say vibe coding is. But my perspective on it is that the AI is getting so good and the tools that encapsulate the AI are so good, for example, like Cursor, that the future really is in using AI to build software products. That's where the future is. Hold on, I can hardly read it. But yeah, so Constantine, my point with that is that the way that I look at it is that yes, I think that you are learning something when you're vibe coding, because vibe coding is actually the future of software. And I would say that within a couple years, you're going to be hard pressed to find somebody that's in here looking at enums and looking at databases and legitimately coding it line by line without using the help of AI. It's going to be very rare to see that. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts on that, because I think it's like definitely a lot of different people have different perspectives on it. So I think that, there's a lot of truth in different opinions, but that's my perspective on it, just because I have a lot of experience with using tools like Cursor or Claude Code or other vibe coding software. All right, dang, we're up to 920 subscribers. Wow. If you haven't liked the stream yet, like it too, because we're getting to 30 watchers, and I think that the more likes that we have, then the more watchers we get. But also, if you can share this, Linux said that he's sharing the stream around, so I really appreciate you, Linux. If anybody else could help in a similar way, that'd be great. Okay, Tony Tony Mel, he said, what would you recommend to a person that is learning programming in terms of the vibe coding aspect of it? He says, should they embrace the new way of doing things or deeply understand the fundamentals? Yep, that's another great question. I'm gonna get this working. 1 second. Make the items in the... Okay, so Tony, to explain your question, so really what he's asking, hey, should I learn the intricacies of vibe coding, or should I learn the intricacies of actual fundamental software programming? And to answer your question, I'm just gonna move away a little bit. So if you're watching the stream, you can see my background, and what you'll see is I have textbooks here, and really what those textbooks represent are the time that I spent actually learning the fundamentals of programming. And what I did was that when I started learning how to program, the tools like Cursor didn't even exist yet. When I started programming, we didn't have really anything. And when the AI came along, I was learning the programming, I was learning the fundamentals. And then when the AI came along, I kind of saw it and I was like, okay, this is really powerful. Even with GPT 3.5, it definitely had its issues, but you could see the potential even in GPT 3.5. It was really fast. GPT 3.5 was faster than GPT 4.0 is today. Obviously GPT 4.0 is way smarter, but GPT 3.5, if you all remember, it is it was incredibly fast. And they've since kind of sacrificed some speed for more intelligence. But my point with that is that learning the fundamentals definitely aided me in my success as a programmer. And so I'll say that, I think learning the fundamentals is certainly good. But again, to add to that though, I think that there are intricacies and fundamentals of coding with AI in the same way that there are intricacies and fundamentals of the actual programming languages, if that makes sense. So I think that, if you just take somebody that's never used Cursor or never used ChatGPT before and you throw them and you say, hey, build me basically vibe code an app only using AI, they're probably gonna actually have a hard time doing it, because there's things about using these tools where, I know what project directories to drop in when I'm asking for prompts. And Joao, to go back to your question and what we were talking about earlier, you have to know what model to use for which prompt. I understand these models and who they are. I'm like, okay, if something is not going to work with Claude 4 Sonnet, or if something's going to be too easy, if I'm working with a simple prompt, I'm just going to use 3.5. I'm going to say, try again, please make the scroll bar always visible. Right now, it is only visible once I touch the screen. So let's see if Claude 3.5 Sonnet can get this one, and to explain what I'm trying to do. And it's interesting because on these streams, I'm always thinking, I'm multitasking. Yes, I'm streaming, I'm answering questions, but I'm also, thinking about what I'm building. I'm thinking about what needs to be done next in some of these issues, and I understand what's going to come after this. And if I have something in my head that's, a little bit further down the line, I know what I need to do in order. Those are the fundamental programming aspects. Okay, now we have an issue with this. So yeah, so even as an example now, I'm going to switch this to 03 because the Sonnet models, both 4 and 3.5, are having issues. Okay, we got a couple more questions. Tony, I hope that helped you answer your question. The Linux thing, he says, the best vibe code comes from someone with basic code know how, in his opinion. And for an example, EXP, but the door is wide open, path is yours. Yeah, I mean, that's very true. Constantine, he said he recently got into full stack and he's digging into what I'm saying. Lay a strong foundation. He's currently doing the Odin project. You can always build upon. What's the Odin project? I've never heard of that. Geo asks, what programming language is this? This is mostly TypeScript. I use TypeScript by default. We're using like some different frameworks, and we have an actual architecture to our code base and a structure of things. Like if I collapse all these, I don't know if I've showed this yet, but there we have a database, an API, an app, and then a website are things that we have. But the API is Nest, the database is Postgres, and the app is React Native. I hope that helps you answer your question, Gio. Divine asked, he's just viewing my channel for the very first time. He says that he's just started his programming journey, so he doesn't really know what's going on here. Just curious and want to learn. Hey, that's where to start, Divine. Appreciate you for watching. If you haven't liked or subscribed yet, really would help me out. Also, yeah, I mean, that's awesome. You just started programming. I mean, what a great time to learn how to program. Would you rather just be getting into program before all these tools are available to us and learn, alongside some incredible AI tools and be able to accomplish way more because you're working with such an intelligent tool? Or would you rather be coding line by line and in order to build anything, you have to be like Mark Zuckerberg, All right, the Linux thing, we did it. That's looking good. That's working. All right, so the next thing I want to work on is building in some controls for the post. So we have a page here. It's a screen, and it's called the post details screen. That's the screen that we're on right now. So if we go down, I'm going to collapse the API real quick, and I'm going to open up the app, and I'm going to show you guys how this works. So in a React Native app, if you open up the source directory, there's a screens directory. And in the screens directory, I have a post details screen. And that's this screen over here that you're looking at on the right, the post detail screen. It essentially is exactly what it is. It's a post detail screen. I have the username of the user that posted the goal. I have the goal title. I have the number of target hours. I have the due date, and then I have the social information for like, comments, saves, and shares. So something that's missing that I just noticed was missing. We were talking about this earlier. Something that's missing is the description. So let's open up our database real quick, and this is going to be cool. So here we have our database, and in the database we have our goals table, and I'm going to refresh this, and you'll see here that we have the description column. All right, I'm going to delete that goal. Now that I think of it, I actually didn't put a description in this. All right, Constantine, he says that his approach is to use AI for roadmap like a tutor, but don't copy anything you don't understand and create flashcards of course concepts. Yeah, that's definitely a good strategy. He says that Odin project is an open source full stack curriculum. Okay, I didn't know that. The Odin project. That's cool. He says, Constantine asks, how did you get all AI models like that in the terminal? I'll show you in just 1 second. I'm going to test this real quick. Okay, nice. Yeah. So the description is showing up right here. Somebody's absent about the giveaway. Yeah, there's going to be a $50 giveaway to a random subscriber at 1,000 subs. Okay, so the description looks good for goals. DDG just asked, how much do you pay for cursor? That's a great question. Let's find out. I'm gonna share with everybody the my cursor expenses. 1 second. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so if you look here, so I've got, I have the Pro plan. I don't know how much the Pro plan even costs. I'm pretty sure like $20. And then I also have usage-based spending. So this month so far, I've spent $141. Which is a decent amount. But also, I basically do this as a job, so. Alright. Gio just asked, have you ever heard of App Mafia? No, what's App Mafia, Gio? Hello there, just said yo. Hello there. Hello there. Constantine asks, I will steal that title idea for my streams. It's great. Coding live stream every day until my fitness app makes me $1 million. Prob 10 years. Nah, man, not 10 years. Come on. Shalak asks, why do you prefer TypeScript? So I like TypeScript. I was a big JavaScript guy early on. That was the first like full stack language that I taught myself. JavaScript. I got started with like HTML and all that stuff. Kind of your basic programming trajectory. But then I got really into JavaScript because I wanted to work with React. So I got really into JavaScript, and then obviously I heard of TypeScript, and TypeScript is like JavaScript on steroids. It kind of like takes out the typing issues that that JavaScript has, so it solves a lot of your issues there. That's why I like TypeScript a lot. I was used to JavaScript, and TypeScript's better. This is a great song. Yeah, throw a like and a sub if you haven't done so yet. We're trying to blow up for real. We're trying to make 1 million. Not even trying to. We're going to make 1 million. I already posted my goal. It's literally in here as a goal. Oh, something also for everybody watching, by the way, is I'm currently looking to enroll testers for the app because in the next couple days, we're actually going to be ready to publish the app on TestFlight. And TestFlight, if you're familiar with it or not, it's essentially you're able to actually download the app and use it on your phone. If I can share it with you. So yeah, so you can actually be one of the people that actually help us test this app. It would also, I think that most people like in our Discord are the ones that are gonna have access and to limited features. So here's our Discord. I'll drop a link to it in the chat. I'm gonna drop a link to the Discord right now. But yeah, join the Discord if you want to test the app and kind of be a part of this like founders community. It's like founders, entrepreneurship, coding, people that are really trying to go places in life. That's what I'm trying to build a brand around. Oh, also, so we were streaming earlier today, and we were working a lot on the focus or the create session functionality. So here's what that page looks like now. So if I go here and I say that for our goal, make $1 million, it's so cool. Look at this. So there's now like way better control features for this page. I don't know if you guys were watching this the other night. The control features didn't look that good, but now we have this beautiful pause, cancel, and complete controls down here, which I'm a big fan of. It's great. All right. So DDG, he said, yeah, fair enough. Doing it if you're getting paid, yeah. Yeah. Constantine, does not matter, pretty much the same. Shalak asks, do companies prefer TypeScript or JS more? So wait, so Constantine said that it doesn't not matter. They're pretty much the same. Yeah, I'm actually not sure what companies prefer. You know, for me personally, when I was hiring programmers, I would definitely want somebody that was familiar with TypeScript. It is different than JavaScript, and I use TypeScript for most of the projects I work on. Like if in modern day applications, if you're starting a new Next app, or if you're starting a new Nest app or a new React app, you do not want to start with JavaScript. You want to start with TypeScript 100%. So I would actually kind of disagree with you, Constantine. I would say that TypeScript is better, but in terms of like actually how much money do people make, it may like work out to the same. I mean, it is essentially the same language, just TypeScript is definitely has the typing. Linux, that's hilarious. All right, stream's starting to blow up a little bit. If you're watching, you haven't liked yet, like and subscribe, because we're gonna blow this up. We're gonna get 30 watchers in here. I'm telling you, we are gonna blow this up. I'm starting to have a hard time finding like bugs and stuff to solve because there's so few now. Gio just asked, what was the first programming language you learned? The first programming language I learned, well, that's actually like kind of a trick question, because the first true programming language I learned was definitely JavaScript, but the first like step that I took into programming was with HTML, CSS. I guess I would also put Python up there too as first that I learned. I would use like Python for like some data analysis stuff. But I grew into like full stack development, and in my opinion, TypeScript is a lot better for stuff like frameworks like Nest and Express and React, Next. Constantine just said, is not TSX built upon JS with a lot of the same functionality? Like basically you can write JavaScript in a TSX file. Yeah, so, I mean, this is, yes, you're right. JavaScript is TypeScript. TypeScript is technically JavaScript, but it's with typing. So, it is the same language. So if you're learning JavaScript, it's not going to be that difficult to learn TypeScript. But if you had to look at like what most modern applications are now being built with, it's mostly TypeScript. So you learn JavaScript and then you get the TypeScript experience as well, and I think that's super helpful. But yes, you are right. What threw that? launch. Where did I get that error again? It was like, it was on this. All right, we actually need to publish the builds. Okay, so we're kind of gonna work on like the cloud for a little bit. So if you've ever worked with AWS or GitHub Actions and actually deploying your code to code to production, we're gonna work on that for a little bit because a lot of our functionality is now pretty much ready. Like we're, if you're watching this right now, you're at like the very beginning of what I think is gonna be a really big project, because once we launch this, we're gonna put $10,000 into marketing for it. So it's gonna have, GoalPost is gonna have all of its own marketing strategy set up, and we're gonna put some serious money behind it. But let's take a look at, I just pushed code. So let's now check out our GitHub org, and let's see here. And I just want to make sure that all of our GitHub action, looks like this one is failing here. So let's go check out why this is failing. So let's drop this in here and just figure out what caused that to fail. Okay, let's see, we got some questions in the chat. Divine, he said, from what I see, I assume you're using AI to build your code. So my question is, how do you get the appropriate prompt so it can give you accurate and trustable answers? Yeah, so I think that's just an experience thing. Sometimes you need to be a little bit more elaborate with your prompts if you're working on like a complicated feature, but AI is really just an extension of yourself, in my opinion. So I just try and give it my like baseline self and pour my consciousness into it and let it do the rest. If that makes sense. Okay, so it says that this has no, oh, I see what's wrong here. We had like a seed, and the seed was importing an enum that no longer exists. So I've got to drop that in. All right, let's see. While that's working, we can look at the chat, see what other questions we got. Constantine said, what's nice is you can use Drizzle and write your DB in TSX. Drizzle? I've never heard of Drizzle before. I'm using a different, I'm just using TypeScript. I just have a TypeScript config file in my database directory and have migrations running in there with TypeORM. TypeORM is really great. Look up TypeORM if you're not familiar with it. It's basically like using TypeScript but for your database. And you can look it up, but also, because I'm cool, I'll show you guys how it works. So here in the database directory, you can see that we have our source directory, and in our source directory we have entities, migrations, scripts, seeders, data source, enums, index, interfaces, etc. And the most important thing is entities, because entities are what makes up your database. And what's crazy is that with TypeORM, it's just a node package. TypeORM type ORM, you literally write your database in TypeScript. And you define all your columns using decorators, and it's incredible. Okay, Divine asked, how are you able to identify the appropriate model to use for your projects? Yeah, so it's less about what model to use for the project, and it's more about what model to use for the prompt at hand, or the thing that I'm doing, the action that I want done. Because, you know, some models, like if I'm working on a really complicated feature and I need a reliable thinking model, then I'll switch to like O3 or Claude 4 Sonnet or something smarter, maybe even Gemini 2.5 Pro. But then if I'm working on like a very simple UI feature or something like that, I'll just use one of the smaller models like 3.5 Sonnet or GPT-4o. If you haven't liked the video yet, like the video and subscribe to the channel so that we can get more, build up our community more and get more people in here. We're trying to really build a community, seriously. Looks like a lot of people are joining the Discord as well. Yeah, a ton of people just joined the Discord. If you join the Discord, thanks for joining. Okay, let's run an npm run build before we deploy this. All right, so that should patch. We can go over on GitHub again and see how this goes. So how GitHub Actions works, I just deployed code and it's going to deploy it here. We can literally watch it run. Okay. All right, we've got another question. How does your prompt write code in the appropriate file in your code without copy and paste? So what I'm using, Constantine, I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, this is Cursor. So Cursor is a text editor just like VS Code, and it has AI agents embedded into the IDE. Also, I like it when everybody asks questions. It gives me something to talk about while I'm working. So if you have any questions or any thoughts, literally feel free to paste them in because I really like them. Okay, awesome. So our database was able to run in the cloud, and those migrations are running. Now let's go over to our API and see if our API was able to deploy successfully as well. Okay, awesome. The API deployed successfully. So now that those things are deployed, the last thing to deploy is the iOS and Android build. So all right, so now that we've gotten this much done, we actually need to start pushing this code to the App Store. I have to like enter like some passwords and stuff, so I'm just gonna move this over here. We'll look at the database for a second. Okay, hold up. I gotta go to Expo. All right, 739. All right, so the iOS build is running. Perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna try and do an Android build. Since that, it takes like a couple minutes for this to run, so. Let's refresh, see if the Android build's going as well. Perfect. iOS build is in progress and Android is building right now. Perfect. Okay, so one thing that's kind of a little bit, we've written so much code that believe it or not, like we actually are at the point where we need to do some other things other than just code. And one of those is we need to create the iOS and the Android screenshots for our app. So here we have like, you know, what you would expect to see in the App Store when you're publishing an app. So we're gonna have to get this working. Constantine, he just said that it's 2 a.m. in Austria and he's been coding for 10 hours and now he needs to take a look at Cursor. That's awesome. Dang, we have people from all over the world in this stream. That's awesome. Much love, Austria. That's awesome. All right, so I'll show you what we're working on now. So we have to update these images here. So it's these three. Right now we have these four. And the reason it got rejected is because I put like, basically you can't put prices, anything related to pricing in your screenshots, and I said like the app is free for a limited time in my screenshot, so I need to update my screenshots to. So I'm pretty sure there needs to be like, is it? Okay, first of all, can I? Okay, wait, I'm gonna delete these. I'm pretty sure that these will be able to, let's just see if these will be able to submit. Divine just said, your music really is quite cool. Thank you, I'm glad you enjoy it. For some reason it created a MP4. I don't want an MP4, I just want to download the page. I'm unfortunately not. Why is this downloading as a video? Anybody else notice how this is like... Why is it a video? Oh. No. I feel like it should be. Wait, what are the sizes for the... Three, 1320. Prime Craner said, big support for building in public. Hey, appreciate it, Prime. Appreciate it. Give the video a like and subscribe to the channel because we're going to be building in public for a while. We're going to make $1 million. I'm not kidding. We're going to make $1 million. Linux, he said he's got a poll going out in the Discord. Nothing major, but join and let us know. Appreciate that, Linux. I need to make you moderator in the Discord so that you can make those like changes and have I'm not super good with Discord yet, so I need to do that. But I'm gonna make you mod as like soon as I can, probably tomorrow. Prime says, what's your tech stack for vibe coding apps? The tech stack is Nest for the API, Next.js, usually if it's like a website, React Native for an app for the front end, and then Postgres, and I use a lot of TypeORM for that. What the heck? Okay, delete all these. So it's... Okay. Divine just asked, is Cursor a text editor or an AI? Cursor itself is like an IDE, it's a text editor, but they're essentially like an AI lab, and they have functionality and models inside of their UI. So it's kind of like both. Constantine said, would not Olama work as well and save you money compared to Cursor? I like the UI of Cursor better than Olama. Joe said you just go and share and choose to save as PNG instead of video. Okay. Download. Oh, okay, yep. Alright. Zhao, you are the GOAT. Appreciate it, man. Zhao just came through. Alright, I think we should be able to now download these. Oh, they literally have to be. What size are they right now? Oh my gosh. It has to be 1242. Hold up, I'm just gonna paste this in chat so I remember. Alright. Is there one that overlaps between the two? No, probably not. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That looks terrible. How's that look? I think that's good, right? Yeah, I think it's good. Same thing on this one. A little bit more. Yeah, it's good, right? Ah, looks good. All right, perfect. All right, so now if I download these and use the PNG like Joa came in clutch. Constantine just said that he installed Lola inside his NeoVim, now mimics cursor-like. Nice. Yeah, that's when you know you're like a true coder. If you're doing local stuff on your computer, that's when you know you're badass, bro. I'll just tell you right now. That sounds badass. Oh, what the heck? Wasn't this? Why are these not able to drop in? The dimensions of one or more screenshots are wrong. Oh, yeah, here. Well, then those don't even drop in. Using. Oh. Okay, sweet. There we go. Nice. Perfect. Stay on track together. Deep focus, zero distraction. Set goals, share, achieve. How do you guys like that? Oh wow, we have 15 likes and 931 subscribers. Run it up, guys. Run it up. Okay, I think I need like, let's add like 1 or 2 more screens. Yeah, let's add like 2 more. But I'm actually gonna need to launch my my laptop because I need to. Linux thing says it's looking excellent. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna launch my my trusty laptop here. Let's go. What vibes. What great vibes. We're going to be streaming for like a couple more hours. We're grinding tonight, boys. We are grinding tonight. Let's fucking go. Okay, so right now what I'm doing, I think it's dark enough for you to see here. So I'm launching Expo Go on my phone. and I'm running it on my computer. So I have my MacBook here. I'm running the code on this computer, and then I'm launching it on my phone so that we can get a really quality screenshot. So, oh shoot, my phone's only got 3%. Plug it in real quick. But yeah. So GoalPost. Here's what it looks like on the phone. It's hard to see with the glare. But yeah. GoalPost, looking great on the phone. Alright, so I'm gonna log in. I get Face ID. Believe it or not, I do have eyes. When the vibes are just too immaculate, I have to have the sunglasses on. Alright. Get those back on. Okay, so basically what I'm doing right now is I'm getting screenshots from my iPhone because they, believe it or not, they need to be the actual dimensions. Like Apple can tell when you're submitting to the App Store whether or not the sizing is exactly correct. Like if the screenshot was taken on an iPhone, it's crazy. Rehan says, hey, what's up, Rehan? How are you? Welcome to the stream. If you're new, if you've just been hanging out in the stream, drop a like, subscribe to the channel because we're gonna make $1 million and it's gonna be one heck of a journey is all I gotta say. You do not want to miss it. Linux said that he's got a massive pot of coffee and watching this mostly, but also playing around with some random AI stuff. Gonna be a long but chill night, just about 9 p.m. my time. Let's go, Linux. Massive pot of coffee sounds nice. Alright, we literally have to get these, we have to get the screenshots for this, but I can do that offline. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a process because I need to see the database with some stuff, so maybe we can work on that. I need to seed the database just so that I have like more placeholder data, if that makes sense. So let's open back up Cursor and get back to work. One thing I want to check on though before we get to that is I want to check our Expo builds, if those were able to actually build. Yep. If you guys remember when we launched these builds, it looks like the iOS App Store build and the Android Play Store build were both successful, so that's great. We're getting really close to launching this, guys. Everybody, thumbs up in the stream. Big subscribes in the stream. This is huge. Also, if you guys have any questions or anything that you want to talk about, drop something in the stream. Okay, I just thought of the next feature that we need to build. I know what it is. We need to build the sharing functionality, and we also need to build, I don't know if you guys remember this, I know Linux probably does, but the sharing functionality. And then once you go to the post page, like a post details page, we need to make it so that for post details, like this is my post. Like, if I go over here and I go to my profile right now, right? Bridgemine3, right? That's my username. But watch this. If I go over to my goals and I click on this goal, there's no way for me to edit it. There's no styling on this page that says like edit the information. And you know why? It's because this goal doesn't, this goal page or this post details page doesn't recognize if the user viewing it, if it's their goal. So that definitely needs to be fixed. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to find in our screens in the app, we're going to find the post details page, which is right here. We're going to drop that in. We're going to use Claude 4 Sonnet. And I'm going to say, please review the post details screen and think through the fact that if I am the user that is viewing this post details screen and it is in fact my own post, I do not see any functionality for editing. There should be a nice button that says edit goal if it is my own goal. Think about this deeply. Review the back end and front end logic for this screen and help me build the functionality for this. So pretty much, if it's the user's own post, we want them to be able to edit it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this in and I'm going to think through, all right, there needs to be a button that shows up, you know? There needs to be a button that says, hey, you want to edit this goal? Because by the way, it's your goal, it's your own post. And right now, there's nothing for that. We need to build in archiving functionality. We need to build in a bunch of functionality that we're currently missing. So let's build that. And if you're new to the stream, it looks like we got a lot of watchers. So if you're new, hit the like, subscribe. We're building the channel. We're growing. We're gonna make $1 million. We're gonna make $1 million bucks. Okay. The start of the functionality is in here. You can see this little pencil icon at the top. Right now it navigates us to the create goal page, but that's obviously just going to be a placeholder for now. But is that actually true? Like if we go to the feed screen and we go to another user's post, is that, yeah, the pencil icon doesn't show up if you notice that. So that pencil icon is only showing up for the user if it's their post, which is good. And then now, okay, so I said, now help me think through what the edit goal details page needs to look like, which is going to be the page that it redirects to once you, oh, actually, look what it's doing. So basically it's adding in functionality for being able to edit on the goal page itself, which I'm actually not that big of a fan of. Yeah, I'm gonna say please remove the edit details. Please remove the edit details. Okay, so this is going to be a big prompt because it actually kind of ran away from me a little bit and did something that I didn't want it to do. So I'm going to turn on max. Okay, so this is gonna be a long prompt. Also, if we could fix this error, that would be great, but that's kind of annoying. Divine said, I don't know if or how possible, but I think it'd really bam if you could implement or integrate AI in this project. Yeah, I mean, we could definitely integrate AI. I've done a lot of projects that implemented AI. It wouldn't be that hard. It would literally probably take like 20 minutes. No joke. Dang, our stream has got 17 likes right now. If you haven't liked the stream yet, give it a like, because we're gonna be streaming for about like 2 more hours, I would assume, or maybe even longer, depending on how the stream's doing. So. There we go. Fix that error. So finally we can actually see the screen again. Osama just said this is the coolest thing I've ever seen this year. Thanks, dude. That's awesome. Give the video a like and subscribe because we're gonna be working on this for a while. I think we'll be able to launch the app to test users as soon as tomorrow. I just got to do a couple things offline to actually get it functional. But yeah, I mean, we've made a ton of progress and it's ready to launch here soon. So if you're watching this right now, you could be one of the first people to try it. Linux says that long term it wouldn't be hard to get some kind of Gemini functionality. I don't need in Gemini itself, but something like it to help users log their tasks in detail. Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, maybe we can work on some AI functionality if you guys really think it's a good idea tonight, because, you know, I'm just kind of patching up some loose ends right now. And, you know, we've got to start thinking a little bit outside the box of some cool features to build because this is pretty much ready. You know, one thing that I will say is whenever you're doing app development, you want to be careful about how many features you create because every feature that you create is another feature that you have to maintain. So, you know, that's definitely something to consider. And, you know, what we're looking forward to right now is to launch a minimum viable product or an MVP. So, you know, that being said, I'm on the fence, but I could definitely build it in like 30 minutes if you guys wanted to see how it's done because I know exactly how to build it. So let me know if you want to see it built. Also, we're close to 20 likes, so maybe if we get to 20 likes, if there's like 2 people that haven't liked it in stream, they want to see us build the AI functionality, just like the video, and I'm willing to build it. Okay. All right, here's our edit page that we've been working on. All right, so you can see here, we're gonna test the functionality. This is what we've been working on for about the past 10 minutes. So if I go down to another user and I click their post details page, it doesn't do anything. But if I go to my own GoalPosts, it's going to show this pencil icon on the top right. You can click that, and it's going to open up the post details page. And then here, so now I am assuming that this is going to be this is going to work for us to edit this. Okay, nice. Yeah. All right, perfect. That functionality works. But actually, wait, let's see here. Did it just tell me that it worked, or did it actually work? Yeah, no, I don't think it. Let's pull up the database and see if it actually edited the database. But it looks to me like it didn't actually update it, even though, well, it says there that it updated it. So let's go to the database and see what's wrong. I'm going to build apps until I make $1 million. So, wait, no, that's not the right goal. Oh, I will. Here it is, right here. So, all right, that works. Oh, MK Monson, he just had a good idea. He said, when it's your post, show you. Daniel Musavi just said, what is the time there, bro? It is 8:14 p.m. But we're going to be coding for a while tonight. So if you just joined us, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be making $1 million off apps. Yeah, but that's a good idea to when it's your post to say you. I will say though, like if you look at X or other platforms, it does do the username. That's what I built it based off of. I looked at what other platforms were doing. All right, so I said an issue that I have is that when the user has edited a goal, it is not updating until I actually completely refresh the app. So please review the logic of the post details page and make sure that it updates accurately on load and doesn't just maintain state after its first render. So all right, Divine said, I definitely would love to see you build the AI if for anything for knowledge sake. Okay. All right. We got 19 likes and 940 subscribers. If we can get to 20 likes, I'll build the AI feature. I'll do it. I think the most likes that I've had on a stream is like, I don't know, maybe 25. So I'm going to be streaming for about another hour and 45 minutes. So I think we're going to break that record tonight. Why is this not refreshing? Linux says good vibes tonight. Yeah, good vibes tonight for sure. Uh-oh. We broke some stuff. It says unknown user at the top. That's not good. MK just asked, JSX or TSX better? TSX, come on. TSX all the way. Osama asks, are you a CS student or a self-taught learner? Self-taught, baby. Let's go. I'm a business major, believe it or not. People used to make fun of me. I'm not kidding, in college, people would make fun of me. They'd say, like, business majors are stupid and stuff, and it was CS majors that were saying that, and then I became better at CS than them. Yeah. Linux said, looks like it may have been overthinking the recent changes, but progress is progress, even sideways progress. Yeah, I definitely got a little bit confused about the that unknown user issue that we have. Divine said that he's still a baby programmer who, by the power of the ones upstairs, stumbled on this sesh. Wow, I think we're gonna get to 950 subscribers tonight for sure. I will not stop until I get to 950, that's all I gotta say. But I feel like we can beat that even. Alright, I don't know. Let's refresh this. It's giving us a lot of issues. Osama says that he was learning Python before getting in this video, then suddenly I felt dumb after seeing all this. That's actually impressive work. Hey, thanks, Osama. Appreciate it, man. Still unknown user issue. Don't like that. Let's go back to this. We're gonna revert. All right, so this is like the revert because we have this edit page, and like let's say we have this goal, make $1 million, right? Let's say if we change it to make 1,000, it says success, right? But then it doesn't actually update. It doesn't show the updated goal title until I don't even know what the app like refreshes. Until I have to pull to refresh. Kinu just asked, what AI tool is this? This is Cursor, Kinu. So you can see our issue is that we literally have to refresh until that updates. So we need to think through like how to make sure that that doesn't, like there needs to be some type of re-render. But we tried to do that and it broke it. Let's change it to a dumber, like a 3.5 model and say, okay. You know what was definitely an underrated model in Cursor was Claude 3.5 Sonnet Max. Claude 3.5 Sonnet Max was and is an underrated model. All right, let's go over to the user profile screen. Drop this in. And we're gonna essentially try and make it so that it actually is able to edit the goal and then immediately have it refreshed. I see that we have a ton of watchers right now. If you're new to the stream, if you haven't liked or subscribed, do so right now because we're actually building this community. Like, I'm being serious. We are going to make $1 million. And if you want to watch that journey, if you want to be a part of it, then like and subscribe, because just a little bit about myself, I'm somebody that does not give up, and I will continue to pursue things until I achieve my goals. And that's one of the reasons that we're creating GoalPost, is because I envisioned this app. I just thought it was a good idea because I'm interested in goal setting and achieving things. So, Divine just said, so far I think I can say I'm impressed. Well done, champ. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Daniel said, I'm trying to follow along in brief. What are we building? Like the main functionality of the project. So the main functionality of the project is that it's a productivity goal app. So I'll just show you right now. So over here you go to goals, and here I have 3 goals, right? And all you have to do is go up here and click the plus, and you actually create a goal for yourself. So let's just use one of the example ones, learn Spanish. You can write a description for the goal, what you plan to do. You can use that space however you'd like. You set whether the goal is going to be private or public. You select the category. So that would be like education if you're learning Spanish. You set a weekly commitment. You select your target date. And then once you're at the end, we see a little summary here of our goal. And then you just click create goal. But I will say one thing, I have not upgraded to the premium tier. So this is going to launch a basically an upgraded premium, because free users can only create 3 goals. Upgrade to premium for unlimited goals and unlock your full potential. That's kind of how we're going to make money off the app. Is there's going to be a free tier where you can have kind of like limited access to the app, maybe some ads included. And then we're going to have a premium tier that gives you unlimited access. Alright, so we're going to update this, say get 1,000 subs. Success, and now is the post details page going to... Perfect. It did it. Okay, so if you're following along, what the error was on that screen was that before, like let's say we change the goal, it literally wasn't changing the title. We had to pull to refresh. Oh yeah, now it's perfect. Daniel says amazing. MK says good work, man. I can't wait to download your app. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's really encouraging, guys. I appreciate you. And something that I want to do is, like, everybody that's a part of the stream, you know, I can just, I think, create like free discount codes or something like that. So any way that I can get back to everybody here that's supporting me is a win in my book. Okay, and after this, we'll get started on some of the AI functionality. If you're new to the stream and you're watching and you haven't liked the video or subscribed, like the video, we're gonna be live for a couple more hours, and I'm trying to get to 40 concurrent viewers at one time tonight. That is my goal, 40 concurrent viewers. So that just means like 40 people watching at the same time. The max I've gotten to is like 33, I think. So if I could get to 40 at one time, that would like blow my mind. I would go crazy. Avocado says, oh, hi. What's up, Avocado? Welcome to the stream. Nice. What did you guys think about that animation? Animation's okay. MK says use Google add OMB for ads. What's that? Constantine says that he finished his local setup. Nice. How's it going? Active. Let's pause it. All right. Nice. MK says sick. Appreciate it. Constantine says Gen NVIM and Olama NVIM are ideal for local Olama powered LLM workflows, which Avante excels with cloud-based models but isn't reliable with local ones. So what do you think are these cloud? You'll have to explain. Driss says not bad. Driss, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Asim says hi. What's up, Asim? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Driss says use Claude Code. I've actually been considering using Claude Code. I'm definitely better with Cursor, but I'd love to try Claude Code at some point.
For those who want more out of every moment this summer, Mazda has more 2025 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus awards than any other brand as of May 2025. What more could you ask for? Discover how Mazda has more to move you today. Visit iihs.org to learn more.
Linux says Alpaca is another util like Olama worth checking out. Also Noel. Yeah, you guys seem really well versed in like local models. All right, so we're targeting this that pencil icon. We wanted it to be more obvious on how to edit. Gene says that he's building his own app alongside me. Gene, that's awesome. Gene, I don't know if you've joined our Discord server, but that's kind of why we have this Discord server. Here, I'll send you an invite right now. I'm gonna drop a link to our Discord in the chat. The Linux thing is going to be one of our mods. He actually has a, it looks like a survey in there right now. It says, what brings you to us? Tell us with this poll and comment below if you'd like. And then he's got some options. Thanks for that, Linux. But yeah, I'll drop a link to the Discord right now, and you can join our Discord, and that's what it's for. I'm going to pin the Discord in the chat. Thank you, Linux. All right, that edit button is now looking pretty good. So yeah, so edit here. I'm not a big fan of like, I don't know. The edit goal page is all right. All right, looks like the archiving threw an error. All right, everybody, after we finish this feature, we're gonna start working on an AI feature like I said we would. It's gonna be really cool. Okay, I think our edit functionality is good now. Let's try archiving this, yeah. Cool. Perfect. Oh my goodness, that was perfect. Oh my gosh. I have to say, Claude 3.5 Sonnet is a fire model. It's incredibly fast. It does not get confused. You know, you start working with some of the thinking models, and honestly, they can get much more confused. iDev says, sorry, I missed a lot of chats, guys. I was locked in. The Linux says some local models make for coding and thinking very handy. YCoder or StarCoder are great and smaller. Constantine said that he just downloaded 250 gigabytes, so I have to chill with Alpaca and Nuel. MK said, when you click on edit, add bottom cheat. I don't get what you mean. MK also said, good work, man. Thank you, MK. Appreciate it. iDev said that he's never vibe coded before. Does it retain context through the entire project? Yeah, for the most part, it can like grep your project is what it does. So let's say that you make a prompt that's associated with like some part of your code base, right? It'll like grep for that thinking. Like it's smart enough to, oh shoot, we've got some errors. Oh, did we archive all of our goals? Oh, okay. Some of the goals just weren't showing up because of this issue. Okay, nice. If I go here and refresh, okay, perfect. Yeah, so iDev, to answer your question, yeah, I think I already answered it. It like greps, which is where it just like searches and finds the file that you're talking about. Osama says, any advice you can give for a self-taught learner? Yeah, I mean, self-taught learners, the advice that I would say is that you just have to work on projects that excite you. So when I was learning how to program, you know, I didn't know how to program. I was using like HTML and CSS, and honestly, like the stuff that I was building was not very cool. But I kind of had like a workaround in my mind where I was like, I have to figure out like how to make myself really be passionate about the projects that I'm working on, and then it'll make me want to work more on those projects, and I'll learn more. And really, I think that that's how you learn the best, is when you're actually working on a project that you're passionate about, because you'll work harder. You'll just be like more engaged. You know, that's like much different than like a school project where it's like, I just want to get the grade and I just want to pass. You know, it's like when you're self-taught, that's also a benefit, is that, you know, if you're passionate about something you're working on, it's a whole different playing field, is all I got to say. All right, I think we have 949 subscribers and 26 likes on the stream, and this actually breaks the record for most likes that we've had on a stream, so really appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, do so now, because we're really building a community. As you guys can see, I think that everybody here it's cool when you guys are like active in the chat and stuff. We can all like motivate and inspire each other, you know? Build a community. Make $1 million. iDev says that the problem with self-taught is that you need to learn quite a few things before you can make interesting projects. That's a great point. Yeah, that is very true. On that note, you just reminded me to like and sub. Appreciate it. Wow, 951 subscribers, 28 likes. This is unbelievable, guys. Wow, this is incredible. I'm gonna keep on streaming. I'm gonna go for a couple more hours. We were vibing tonight, hard. All right, let's build some AI shit, shall we? Okay, so I now would like to think deeply about how to create the perfect user interface for AI features like a ChatGPT system. For example, I want users to be able to talk to AI about their goals and have a ChatGPT integration integrated. I'm gonna switch that to OpenAI. Integrated into the project in the form of an AI coach. All right, and we're gonna switch this to O3 because this is now gonna be like a pretty big piece of functionality. So okay, help me build access to this AI coach on the user profile page. Help me build a modern UI for the user profile screen that gives easy access to the AI coach page. And then please also create the AI coach screen in the screens directory that fits the theme. Okay, now that's up. It's gonna be working for a second, so let's check the chat. Hadi said, me too. And Mr. X said, bro, which application are you making? You mean like what application am I making? What do you mean by which application? Linux Thing said 951 sub. Is that how many subscribers we have? 951? Wow, 952 now. And we have 32 likes. Oh my gosh, you guys are blowing this up. All right, Hadi says, what's your stack? The stack, it's in the description, but it's React Native, Node, and Postgres, all on TypeScript. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. You will never make $1 million. Oh wow, we have our first hater. If you are vibe coding. All right, you're saying I'll never make $1 million? What if I've already made $1 million? What would you say then? If I already vibe coded my way to $1 million, then you know, you don't know anything about me. You don't know my background. You guys are gonna watch me make $1 million live. I promise you. All right, iDev said you can if the idea is good, but if you don't know how to debug, you're screwed later. Yeah, I know how to debug. I know how to do full stack. I use AI and I vibe code because it's the future. If you're hating on it, sorry, I just feel bad for you at this point. Constantine said, my question really was, is it worth it to pay for these API LLM calls like Claude? Debug Diary said, this is insanely sad to watch. Why? YZ Tech said, still a beginner, just started a few months ago. Well, good luck, man. iDev said, I'm not hating, I hope you make 10 million, not one. Appreciate you, iDev, thank you. iDev says, I love this. Thank you, man. That means a lot. Okay, here's our AI coach functionalities coming in. It's gonna look bad at first. Gives us the big green button. Yeah, that UI is gonna need some love. Alright, we'll use 3.5 Sonnet for that. Sometimes it can be really good at UI. That looks terrible. We need some UI love. That looks better. Tra-la-la-da-la says 1 mil goal is all about marketing anyway. What's the nearest marketing plan? That's a great question. So I've been in the startup world for a couple of years now, and I have money to invest, and we're going to be investing money into marketing. As soon as the app launches, we'll be spending quite a bit of money on marketing, well over $10,000 for the initial launch. So if that interests you, if you want to follow along in this journey, like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm literally going to be streaming this experience, and you'll be able to watch me go from $0 to $1 million. While that's going, let's see. We got some messages in the chat. Debug Diary said, bro said he have money to invest, and says 10 seconds later he gonna put 10K in marketing. It is what it is, I guess. Haha, good luck with everything. I'm gonna head out. Alright, man. We have a hater in the chat. DJ BK says, if I follow your step-by-step copy and doing everything you do, what's gonna be? I don't know, man. What is it gonna be? GoalPost Insight. I like that better than like AI Coach. GoalPost Insight. All right. Yeah, we've got a super hater in the chat. It really does not bother me. I do what I want when I want, because I can. How do you like me now? I wear sunglasses because I can. And I'm vibing. I'm vibing, you're hating. Most importantly, what is your keyboard? That's a great question. Ready for the reveal? Apple keyboard. Apple. I have the M3 Ultra. The Linux thing, he said the glasses keep the ghosts from knowing what you're thinking. Exactly, man. Exactly. The ghosts, they have no idea. Constantine said all credit lost. That's hilarious. Constantine doesn't like my keyboard. Come on. Alright, I'm a Mac person, so I got the M3 Ultra Studio, 2 studio displays, and then I went with the, I got the, what is this? Like the Master Series Logitech mouse. I like this one because it has like the infinite scroll, and then I have this keyboard for the Apple keyboard because I like the Apple keyboards better than like, if I got one that wasn't from Apple, I wouldn't like it as much. The Linux thing says that he has an off-brand keyboard called Bluefinger. Bluefinger. We gotta see what Bluefinger is. Bluefinger keyboard. Those are like one of those like super clicky-clacky ones. Those are like one of the ones like in the Best Buy displays that you go to Best Buy and you just like can't help but click on them because they like they're so satisfying. All right, Constantine said that he's a Mac person as well. Studio Display M1 Max, same mouse, but the keyboard is super ass lame. I went with the HHKB 75 blank keycaps. Let's check this one out. This is Constantine's keyboard. Let's check it out. All right, it's like 90 bucks. Wait, hold up, images. Oh, nice. Nice, yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I know those. Those are super cool. Yeah, these are super cool. Wow, yeah, that's awesome. That's like your classic computer keyboard. Divine just said that he missed the AI implementing. Please, can you or anybody explain the process? Divine, you haven't missed it. We're about to build it. We just have been working on the UI. So just to recap, the UI, it's just gonna be similar to like a ChatGPT UI. We haven't actually built the backend yet. So Divine, the backend is really the difficult part when you're integrating any AI, because that's where you're dealing with the actual connection to OpenAI or whatever you're connecting with, Claude or Anthropic, Google. So we're about to do that next, but for now, we're kind of just working on the UI to get a picture for what we want to build. If you're watching the stream right now and you haven't liked or subscribed yet, do so, because we are building the community. I'm going to be doing this for a while, so if you want to follow along the journey, there's going to be more streams to come. So if you're liking this, just throw a like, throw a sub. You can also join the Discord, it's in the chat. All right, so the next step of this AI functionality is we actually need to build the integration. So let's get started with that. So now that we've built some of the basic UI pieces, let's toss in the AI coach screen, toss in modules. Okay, so AI coach modules, then we're gonna toss in just the API as a whole. I'm gonna say, please now review this in depth. I want to use the OpenAI API to integrate with one of their models. Specifically, what's like a good model to use for this? I feel like let's just use GPT-4o. Oh, GPT-5 is coming out tomorrow. That's gonna be like a really interesting stream, because we're gonna be using GPT-5 tomorrow on stream. All right, so and create the roots needed to be able to start the conversation and integrate with OpenAI. Please create an OpenAI module so that we can modulate that code and build the new roots and functionality for the AI integrations. All right, let me see. Divine said touch relief. Constantine said, yo, 35 viewers is crazy. I know, dude, it's crazy. Linux said, oh no, it is cheap. I get it. LOL, Constantine. I'm not just in a place to have this step. I would want, you know, gotta make stuff first. Yep. iDev said, by the way, when you're doing the backend part, you might know this, but I recommend you install the OpenAI SDK. Yep, I've already got that installed actually, so we should be good to go. Okay, so I wanted to build the entire functionality for it. So we're gonna drop in hooks. No, screens is too much. That's a huge directory. We will toss in API endpoints, services as a whole. And think deeply about how we will need to build this, and then make sure that you write a great system prompt so that the AI is prompted as a expert AI goal strategist. Also, okay, so here's something that I want to do as well. And for programmers, you guys will understand this. I'll try and explain it as easy as I can for any of you that aren't super knowledgeable. But pretty much what would make this AI feature like really good and make it stand out is if when users made the request, if in the back end, when it received the request, it could decode the requesting user's token and do a quick lookup on their goals and their sessions, so that not only are you able to like make requests to it, like, you know, analyze my goal progress, but or like help me to stay motivated, but you could actually, like, when you make a request, it'll automatically in the back end prompt the system with your goal data, if that makes sense. No way. Zohaib just joined in. What's good, Zohaib? Dude, I've missed you, man. I've missed you. The stream's blowing up. The stream's blowing up, Zohaib. We've got a bunch more people in here. We've got Constantine, iDev, the Linux thing, Divine. There's a ton of people in here that are active in chat. It's blowing up. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, do so. We got to go to, I want to get to 40 concurrent watchers. That's the goal. And to get there, I need you, that's right, you, to like and subscribe, because then I can get to 40 watchers, and that's just pretty cool. So, Zuhaib, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, join the Discord, man. Let's go. Constantine just said do a 10 fast fingers typing test. I will do a typing test. That's a good idea. But let's build this first. We're actually getting pretty close. Look at how big this prompt is. It's literally 4 paragraphs. This prompt is 4 paragraphs. People make fun of vibe coding and coding with AI when it's literally like one of the most powerful tools that exist today. Where'd the music go? I think our, there we go. Alright guys, here it goes. This prompt is off. We're going to build AI functionality. Hopefully in one shot. Constantine says you type fast, pro prompter. That's right, man, pro prompter. That's awesome. That means a lot, man. All right, Ahmad says, give me a shout out too. I'm really enjoying this nice prompting and model usage. You really know the right models for each specific type, which is really important when vibe coding. Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you. Zuaib says people make fun of vibe coding but end up using it themselves. That's so true. Ahmad says, it's a productivity tool. It works best if you have basic understanding of the fundamentals, or else you won't really build anything too complex. That is a very good point. Basically what Ahmad's saying is that it's a good tool, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're not gonna get very far with it. You gotta, just in the same way that programming is a complex field, using AI is also going to be a complex field in the future. AI is going to be an extension of a human being. So if you can get to understand how to use AI and make AI work for you, you're going to go very far in the future. It's taken me very far. iDev says, if I have a backend already done, can I use this to generate an MVP frontend for it? Can it view and integrate with an already existing backend? Oh, 100%. Yeah, if you already have a backend and you're able to offer that up to the AI, like Cursor or something, and you use one of the more powerful models, like right now for this complex model, I'm using O3 Max. You'll be able to build a pretty good UI. But also, I will say Claude 4 Sonnet is probably the best at UI. The Claude models in general are best at UI for sure. Ahmad says, yeah, if you know what you're doing. And he says, word, so true. It's not a magic box. Yeah, very true. The Linux thing says, by the way, anyone wants to run a local LLM on a potato with GB, like a little Chromebook, like in Quen 3.0.6b. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a typing test, everybody. All right, Constantine says I need sleep. Do 10 FFF. All right. All right. Is this it? I feel like I need to take my sunglasses. Eye reveal. All right, you guys ready? Yo, if you haven't liked and subscribed, do so right now. We're about to do a minute of typing. So while I'm doing this minute of typing, I want you guys to like and I want you guys to subscribe. Let's go. Ah, shoot. Ah. I can probably do better. Usually I can get like up way higher than that. Let's go again. I can definitely beat that. Ah. I'm off my game. Okay. Let's fix these errors. Let's see what's going on here. Constantine, what do you mean? Constantine says no ad blocker in Safari and not a single app changed in the dock is just crazy. What do you mean? Alright, let's test it. Yeah, I was expecting an error. Oh, I don't even think we have the, I didn't put my API key in there, did I? Let's see what the error was, though. Okay, I am gonna need an API key, so I'm gonna grab that real quick. Alright, I definitely need to get an API key, so... Hey, if you're watching and you haven't liked or subscribed yet, like and subscribe so that you can join the community. Also, like and subscribe because this song is one of the best lo-fi songs that there is. I'm about to turn it up. Let's all vibe together. I'm gonna turn it up. Zuhaib asks, how many fingers do you type with? I type with 10 fingers. Constantine says that he does a lot of reading and that's why this feature is important to him. Zuhaib threw the sunglasses emoji in. Yes, sir. Let's go. Zuhaib says, why don't you do one typing test with all? What do you mean? Like all my fingers? Constantine says, try shift plus control plus command plus 4. Alright. Shift, control, command 4. And then what, you're saying I can paste this? Wow. Wow, that's huge. Constantine, that's amazing. Constantine just gave us a huge upgrade, folks. Wow. Who else knew about that? Wow, we have 34 watchers right now. Let's get to 40. Everybody like and subscribe because when you do that, I'm pretty sure it like pumps it up so that it actually reaches more people. So like and subscribe because we're trying to get to 40 watchers. That's the goal tonight. We're gonna go for a couple more hours. We're vibing tonight. We're getting so much stuff done. I'm setting up my keys right now, by the way. Alright, so I just put my key back in, so let's try running it now and see if this throws a 404 still. Zuhaib says he can create a room we all can join and see who is the fastest. Yeah, I mean, I'm down. Constantine says haha. Uslang says love from India. Well, love from America. Yeah. Well. Alright, Zuhaib just threw a monkey type into chat. Alright. Anybody that wants to join the room, one of our mods, Zuhaib, is Just dropped one of the links. All right. All right, I want to wait. Hold up. I want to. While everybody's joining, I'm gonna test this feature real quick. Let's see if we still get a 404. Alright, we're gonna test this feature. Oh, let's go. It looks like it says it's thinking. Oh wow. Okay. We got the AI functionality working. So I said analyze my goal progress, and it says let's break down your current goal of making $1 million. Category alignment. It appears there's a mismatch as your goal falls under health but focuses on an income target. Clarifying your goals category could improve your focus and strategy. Time management. You've allocated 80 hours per week to this goal but haven't logged any time yet. This gap is crucial. Analyzing the potential reasons like lack of a clear plan, distractions, or other commitments could help you start tracking your time effectively. Wow, I mean we'll have to make some improvements, but that's not nothing. That's a great start. All right. We're doing a monkey type, so if anybody wants to join, you can launch another browser and join in. Zuhaib, I think, is the one running it. So Zuhaib, you can start it whenever you're ready. All right. Oh wow, words per minute was 96 on that one. Nice. Wait, did I get first? I think I got first. Alright, so one thing that I want to do with this like AI functionality is that I definitely want to like structure it. So you can see here it's just like structuring it in Markdown. So let's use what the tip that Constantine gave us is Shift Control Command 4, and when you screenshot, it actually copies it to your clipboard, so you can just Command V into it. Wow, 36 people watching. We're only 4 away from 40. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel because we're trying to push this over the edge. I just turned down the music a little bit. I think, let me guys know what you guys think of the music volume. Oh, Constantine says go to settings, sounds, alerts. All right, hold up. All right, Constantine. Sorry, hold up. He's telling me that I turned the music down a little bit. Let me know what you guys think of the music volume. And then Constantine's giving me some advice right now. He says go to sound, then go to alert volume and make it 0. Okay, I just did that. All right, that should have fixed that, Constantine. Yeah, thank you, Constantine. All right, so that updated the styling. That looks a lot better. Have a good night, Constantine. Thanks for joining in. Divine, thanks for joining in. Have a good night. He says he's signing out now. Have to catch some sleep and prep for the day. Thanks, man. Guess could say that my time was not for waste. Appreciate it, Divine. All right, so the Goal Insights AI is pretty good now. Let's put it to the test. All right, let's deploy these changes. This is a really good spot. Zuhaib says, man, I also want to learn 10-finger touch typing. Yeah, I was like taught it when I was growing up in school from like a really young age, so. Zuhaib says, bro, you should stream more like morning, afternoon, and night, and then night session. Well, Zuhaib, I streamed this morning. I streamed yesterday morning. I didn't see you on those streams. I was like, dang, where's Zuhaib? But I figured that you were busy, so it was cool. But yeah, I've been streaming in like the mornings, and then I want to do the nights, but I was busy the last 2 nights. SN says, I will comment, but I don't think my English so good. It's all good, man. Nobody's judging you here. Edit goal functionality was really good. We worked on this earlier if you weren't here. The Linux thing says time zones, man, can only do so much. All are welcome, no worries. Good vibes from Linux. Adithya says, hi bro, I'm back. Welcome back, Adithya, it's good to see you. SN said, I say hello everyone. Well, hello to you, SN. SN is NS backwards. AMR says Nest.js for backend. Yep, Nest.js. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of functionality working tonight. We've been streaming for about 3 hours now. But we have gotten a ton done. This is going to be ready to launch probably this week. Still need to fix this revenue cat error, but that error goes hand in hand with actually uploading the app to the App Store. Usama, welcome back, man. Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you yet. He's asking how long you've been working on the app. Not very long. We've been doing this for 5 days. Also, if you're watching the stream right now and you still haven't liked or subscribed, like and subscribe. We're close to 1,000 subscribers, and we're also close to 50 likes on the stream. So like and subscribe and join the community. The Linux says a lot of stuff done and generally excellent vibes in the chat. That's very true. Yeah, the people watching have been great. Seems like we really have a good community. All right, everyone. I've been looking over the app to see if I can find anything else that's on my mind that I want to do tonight, but honestly, we completed everything that I wanted to do and then some. We built great functionality for editing goals. You can see here, we can easily edit goals now, and we have really nice animations and redirect functionality for that. We also built this GoalPost insight feature. So when you go over here and you go to the app, you can actually go to this AI goal strategist and you can say, break down my goals into steps. And it's actually going to understand and know what your goals are and be able to respond to you. So that's another feature that we built. So you can see here, it comes back to me and it says, you're aiming to achieve a challenging yet impressive goal of making $1 million. While your goal is categorized under health, the main financial target suggests a broader focus is needed. So it gives me a nice breakdown without me having to like enter any data. It already knows my data. It knows my goals. We were able to launch the Expo builds, and that was great. We were able to launch the Expo builds and run the builds on Expo Go. And actually, we still need to do that again. So before we end the stream, let's run those builds just so everything's like perfectly deployed going into tomorrow. Yeah, so we're not going to write any more code tonight. We're just going to run these builds. Zuhaib says, bro, I heard your app got rejected on Apple Store. Yeah, so that was actually from last week. Basically, we had a previous app submission. And one thing I'll say is that when you're submitting an app to the App Store, there is definitely some things that you're most likely going to have to change. They have a lot of rules. 1 second, I'm going to switch over here. But yeah, they have a lot of rules, and you know, they're gonna have some issues with your app when you initially submit it. But so it takes a couple renditions. But also, Zuhaib, don't forget that we still have been working on a lot of the functionality. So yes, while it did get rejected, we weren't necessarily looking for it to get accepted the first time. I was kind of looking ahead and saying, okay, I know it's going to get rejected the first couple times, so let's see what they say to like an initial version of the app. And then as we're building it, we'll also implement their changes that they're asking for us to do. So I kind of did it on purpose to time that out correctly, if that makes sense. AMR says, why are you so polite with AI? Does please keywords matter? I don't know. I've always just used keywords like please. I don't even know why. I think it's just out of habit. Alright, so we're running our ES builds right now. Zuhaib says, what about Play Store? Yeah, literally same thing for Play Store. So right now you can see I'm doing the Play Store and the iOS Store for Expo Go. Ha! The Linux says it's for when AI takes over. Yeah, you gotta be nice to it so it doesn't turn on you. Man, I don't know if I can end the stream with 35 people watching. That is insane. Let's find something to do because we have so many watchers on. You guys have been all so supportive. Thank you so much. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, do so now because what I was hoping for was 40 watchers in the stream tonight. That would make my night. We've literally gained like 60 subscribers in the stream, and the stream has 50 likes and over 1,000 views. That's insane. Thank you so much, everyone. Truly. All right, so our builds are running. How about this? We'll go for 15 more minutes. We'll go for 15 more minutes because I said I was gonna end the stream at 10, so we'll go to that time. Just kind of look over the app and see how things are looking. This works great. Zuhaib asked, what will the revenue model be for the app? That's a great question. So, Zuhaib, check this out. So, if there's anybody that's been watching and hasn't gotten like a proper tutorial or a walkthrough of the app, we're about to do one right now because I'm going to answer your question, Zuhaib. And we're also going to take a look at how the app works and then some of the, basically how we're going to make money from the app. So, to do that, I'm going to do those two things in one. So, let's say one of our goals is to make to reach 1,000 subscribers is one of the goals. Reach 1,000 subscribers. Description, I want to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube before Friday. So click continue. You can make it private, public, and then you set a select a category. I'm gonna select other for this one. I'm doing it for interesting reasons. All right, then weekly commitment 50. Target date is going to be Friday is on the 8th, right? Yeah. So then you can create your goal. Now, that's what it looks like. And now, Zuhaib, I'm going to answer your question. So now, I'm just going to put in like example, click through this. Because I'm going to show you how the revenue model is going to work. And to do that, we actually need 3 goals. And this is pretty cool. I think we made this feature the other day. But so now, if you'll notice, I now have 3 goals total. So 1, 2, 3. I have downloaded this app completely for free. And I believe in making apps accessible and making them free. But then, you also need to have a revenue model. So I'm going to put in test revenue model. Put that in here. Continue. Public, category, finance, continue. Weekly commitment, continue. Target date, September, continue. And now watch this. When I click create goal, it's going to launch our premium paywall. Because to have over 3 goals, look what it says. Free users can only create 3 goals, upgrade to premium for unlimited goals, and to unlock your full potential. So pretty much, there's certain parts of the app that you have to be upgraded to have access to. All right, Kareem says, hi, I subscribed. Thanks, Kareem, for subscribing. Also, if you haven't already, liking the video helps too. Kareem says, what programming language is used? We're using TypeScript. And the frameworks we're using are Nest in the API, React Native in the front end, and TypeORM or Postgres for our database. Zuhaib says, what if you stack all 3 or more goals in one goal and play smart? I mean, hey, if you can't beat the player, beat the game, right? Yeah, no, that's smart, Zuhaib. Zuhaib says, so once the goal is posted in public, what happens next? So pretty much what happens next is it'll be available in this feed. So you can see the feed page here. Right now, I'm just in development, so there's only like, 8 or 9 or 10 goals in the feed, and they're all like basically demo accounts. But the feed has an algorithm in it that basically does what other social media algorithms do, and based upon likes and comments and engagement, it's able to build that user's feed. And so they're publicly accessible. You can like goals and then you can comment on them. So I can comment on a goal. I can also save a goal. So if I save somebody's goal, I can then go over here and go to my saved, and it's this actually I just found a bug, but I need to refresh, but it's right here, reach 1,000. But I don't know if you noticed that. It's not necessarily a bug, it's just kind of something that you need to do. Zuhaib says, do you have story features like Instagram? Everyone can post quick updates on their goals. That's a good idea. I don't know if that's necessarily MVP or minimum viable product, right? Because I think this app is going to be ready. I think that there's going to be a lot of ideas down the road, which that's a great one. But for minimum viable product, I think we're almost there. Yeah, Zuha, you've got to keep the MVP, man. I've worked at prior startups where they couldn't get the MVP across the line, and it was because they added too many features. It took too long. AMR just asked, how long have I been working in the industry? I've been working in software development since I was in high school. So I don't even know now, maybe over 5 years. Zuhaib said, yeah, people just want to build the ultimate app instead of MVP. Yeah, ultimate apps with everything. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta know when to draw the line. Kingsman Unofficial just said, yo. Yo, what's up, Kingsman? Welcome to the stream. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, hit the like and subscribe. We are growing this channel. This video's got over 52 likes, over 1,000 views, and we've gained like 60 subscribers while we've been on stream. Literally crazy. I didn't even know that this was possible. I guess we're going up. Zuhaib, that's so true. If it doesn't work, you're cooked. Zuhaib says, basically what Zuhaib is saying in the chat is he's saying that people that spend too much time building like the perfect app that has all the features that they ever dreamed of sometimes have a problem with then actually launching their project because they wasted so much time on this huge minimum viable product when they should have just created it and kind of like created the as little amount as they could that would still work. Swastik just asked, what are you building? We're building an AI productivity app. I'll show you some of the screens. Feed screen, goal screen, session screen, create a session. Select a goal that you want to work towards and focus on. Set the Pomodoro timer, start the session. Then you can complete these sessions. But right now we're working on this AI screen. It's an AI coach, a goal strategist, and we're kind of perfecting the UI right now. Zuhaib said, Swastik, we are not building here, we are cooking. Facts. I love it. Wayne Manta just asked, he just said, sup man, what's good? What's up, Wayne? Swastik said, how are you gonna market it and bring in sales? I've talked about that on stream a decent amount already, but basically I've been in the startup world for a while, and I have money to invest in this business, so once we launch the app, we're gonna put a lot of money behind marketing. All right, everyone. I just said that we would end the stream at 10 p.m. my time. It's 10 p.m. my time, so I'm going to call the stream for tonight, but we're going to be streaming tomorrow morning as well as tomorrow night. So if you haven't already liked and subscribed to the channel, now is a great time to do so. I'm going to leave the stream on for a couple more minutes. If you guys are still talking in the chat, I'm just going to use the restroom and grab a drink of water, but we're going to wrap the stream up in just a few seconds. I'm not going to program anymore, but yeah, we got a ton of work done tonight. Thanks everyone for watching and supporting. This video got like over 1,000 views, over 57 hours of watch time, 55 likes. We have 966 subscribers, so we gained like 50 subscribers just during the stream. So if you haven't already liked and subscribed to join our community or our Discord, which is in the top of the chat or the description, join those because we're really trying to build a community here. So thanks everybody for joining, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 6. Let's go.